Welcome back. Now, this week we honour and celebrate those who constantly extend a helping hand. That's right. Monday marks World NGO Day. It's a day in which we celebrate and commemorate organisations making a difference across the world. Yumna Toefy from the Mamas Alliance joins me now to discuss this and tell us more about the work that they do. Yumna, thank you so much for your time and welcome to eNCA. I mean, I think it's such an important, significant day to commemorate the work that NGOs do. Quite a thankless job because not all heroes wear capes. They're in our communities, on the ground, doing the hard work and doing out of the goodwill of their hearts. So take us through the work that you do as Mamas Alliance.
So you're absolutely right, Umelo. They are absolutely the heroes in our communities. So thank you so much for this opportunity to celebrate World NGO Day amongst the current challenges in our country right now. It's absolutely important that we take time out to celebrate the positive work that's actually happening, that our NGOs are doing currently in our country. In particular, us as Mamas Alliance, we are a network of 36 NGOs throughout South Africa, implementing various programs across the social development sector, giving daily care to thousands of vulnerable children in our communities.
And how resilient have been these NGOs, Yumna? I mean, I can talk from the COVID-19 pandemic to the flooding that we have, witnessed around the country, the load shedding and blackouts with which we work under, the current economic stagnation, where it seems the flow of money in our country isn't enough for all of us, let alone to assist with NGOs to continue doing the work. Yet I know the resilience of these NGOs is so relentless. How would you say they've been faring?
It absolutely is extremely challenging right now. I think load shedding right now at stage 6, of course, affects our work in our communities, specifically feeding of our kids every single day. There, of course, are huge challenges with regards to that, but they are resilient. I think they have become creative, that the work and the challenges our children face currently in our communities, that doesn't stop. So it's about creating opportunities for them and continuing the work that we do currently. But they are absolutely the heroes. It is extremely challenging right now under these circumstances. Like you have said, stepping out of COVID-19 and now heading into load shedding, that's a huge issue. So as Mamas Alliance, we're also now looking at creating those opportunities for our funders to come into how do we solve this? How do we look at solutions around solar at our NGOs, because the work in our communities do not stop when all these challenges are happening around them.
Yeah, perhaps just to give us a clear understanding of what it takes to run an NGO. I mean, what kind of resources do you need? And I just wonder if it also involves government support and whether or not from the President's State of the Nation address and the Finance Minister's budget speech, that commitment was made from government to continue providing you with those resources to do the work that NGOs need to be successful and effective in our communities.
Absolutely. I think partnerships is an extremely important part of our NGOs. They cannot do it alone. They absolutely need funding. At Mamas Alliance, we're also trying to tap into our South African donor, to our corporates, to get involved more. It is not, they cannot do it alone. We cannot do it alone as Mamas Alliance. So one of the important aspects that we do is to access that corporate funding. In South Africa, we have our consultants that are set up in Johannesburg, ready to assist the corporates in terms of where does your corporate sense of responsibility goes, and to ensure that it goes to compliant organizations that are currently effective and creating impact in our communities. And I think that is something extremely important. It's not just about doing the work. Yeah. It's about how do we actually do the work and what do we require to ensure that the work is done in an appropriate and important manner that's respectful and ethical. Absolutely.
Yeah. So we're talking about corporates and partnerships in this sense, but how important, Yumna, equally is it for every South African to appreciate the work that NGOs do by, say, for example, volunteering and being a part of it? Is it solely the responsibilities of corporates, or can I do something as Dumelo, to lay a helping hand or to support the work of NGOs?
Absolutely. I think we all play a very important role in the NGO sector. We have a lot of individuals that come and volunteer, whether it is their time, whether it is that they donate something on a monthly basis, or they have donations in kind in terms of they would like to support a specific cause. And so it's extremely important. I think we're all in this together. NGOs work in our communities when we come together as one. And create that togetherness of Ubuntu, and we work together to create the change. And so as an individual, we absolutely have an important role to play with our NGOs in our communities.
Yeah, and with that being said, just before I let you go then, since Monday is World NGO Day, what's your appeal for the year 2023? What message would you like to send across as we commemorate this significant day?
I think, number one, I would love to say that we need to acknowledge the important work our NGOs are doing. I think without our NGOs currently, our communities will not be receiving the services that they do receive. They cannot be doing it alone. I think it's also a call to all of us, all the listeners, all the corporates that have a responsibility towards creating a change in our communities. I think if we come together and we all stand together, whether it is, as you said, volunteering, as a donor, as a funder, ensuring that our children get the best opportunities that there are. I think post-COVID-19, our communities have gone through a lot of trauma and leading into much more. But 2023, to me, I think is a positive year of us all coming together and contributing towards creating a better South Africa.
And we also want to take this opportunity to thank you for the work that you do as Mamas Alliance, as all the 36 plus NGOs you work with, everyone involved, to please never give up on this work. Continue, the amazing work that you're doing. And thank you so much, Yumna Toefy, for also speaking to me, coming from Mamas Alliance, and talking about the significance of World NGO Day. So when Monday comes, we'd also challenge you to just perhaps call a local NGO in your community, at work, I don't know, amongst your circle, that you can volunteer your time to and get to understand the challenges that go into being an NGO, and perhaps you can have a greater appreciation of all the help that they need.